What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video. This video, we are back with Maruzensky, as we are just pretty much gonna be training the Umas I've been pretty much just training this whole time, which is Cap, Maruzensky, and I guess Orferv, unless I did do my free ticket pull. I didn't mention it, I forgot. I did it like 2 days ago. And I did get Agnes Digital. She's still level 1. I could use her if I wanted to. She is a Dirt Uma, and I didn't mind using her in the past in my second account. So maybe, I'm not too sure. I'll probably just train her if I do decide to off camera, or maybe one time at least before the League of Heroes. Maybe tomorrow, and then we'll go back to Orferv. Who knows? But for the setup, it's pretty much the same as last week, except this time we're gonna use the Suzuka card. I don't know if I used it last time, but we're gonna use the Suzuka card just to see. That's obviously it is a escape guts card, so we're using Maruzensky, so pretty much the same setup, except instead of Transcend, we're using Suzuka. So Dormente, Still in Love, speed cards, Suzuka guts card, Measure Ramino Wise card, Super Creek Stamina card, and Speed Symbol group card. And with that being said, we can just get the run started. But before we do get started and go over the comments, if you guys haven't joined a Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join, it'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, let us move on from that and get started with the training. And as we do like the first couple turns, we'll get the comments loaded and I'll take a quick glimpse to see if anything's been held for response or anything like that. Oh, it seems like Tanoki just commented as well. Because as of right now, it said 2 minutes ago. And judging from what he says, it seems like we'll be getting a new banner. Which, actually, I should probably check when that new banner is. Give me a quick sec. Give me a quick sec. Where's the news? I already know the League of Heroes is... Wait, like right now? No, obviously not. When is this? Is this tomorrow? Is this tomorrow? Okay, so maybe not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow's video. No. Yeah, tomorrow's video is not going to be whoever I'm training. It's going to be the banner overview. So hold on. What? Oh, so this is about her unique skill, about the new character. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of want to pull for this character only because it seems interesting. Her unique skill seems different. That's bad. That's bad. Anyways, that was a slight delay that I didn't expect. That caught my attention. Well, at least I know tomorrow I don't have to do a run. I could just do my runs, I guess. Yeah. which I'm totally fine with. Other than that, it seems like all the comments are here at least. So the first comments are gonna be from Nova. And the first comment says, man, I wanted her to be a new element. Too many ether types recently. My ether materials are fine for now. It's funny how you say there's too many ether types recently when we've only gotten two, Vivian and Yao, but you don't complain about all the electrics we got recently, or in total. Limited, not just in general, limited. Because literally when Anby was released, they released, or Soldier 11, they released Trigger. Just back, that's literally just a pure electric banner. When at least Vivian and Astra were like a 2-month gap, at the very least. Who else? If we want to talk about same elements, I mean, oh yeah, and then before Anby and Trigger, it was Yanagi, then Miyabi, then Miyabi and Harumasa. So that's already technically back to back because they did Miyabi and Harumasa together. And then we went to Astra, then Evelyn. So I don't know. I don't really have. I think we have a way more electric limited than any other. Because that would be Chingy, Yanagi, Harumasa, Anby, and Trigger. Where only for Ether, we started off with Zhiyuwen, the second overall banner, I believe. And then Astra back in January, then Vivian recently. So I don't know what you're talking about too many Ether recently, because we've had more. Actually, Anby and Trigger was more recently back to back than Astra and Vivian. So I don't know what you're complaining about. I guess I'm just not bothered by Hugo not having a side story. I'll be bothered if there's no character story in Wuwa because there's more quality in those, not gonna lie. Well, with both Wuwa and 15 plus 15. Let's go with the bottom. Is that for the most part, both companion agent stories do somehow relate to the main story. Or at least it could be like a side story out of the main story. Or what I meant to say is like, these side stories from like the companion and agent stories somehow still connects to the main story is what I meant to say. Normally I do that, but 40% basically. I would say I'm not even bothered. It's more like I'm just surprised they didn't post one. Because for the most part, they've released at least one story thing. At least in the past they have. Whether it was the main story or an agent story. They didn't do an agent story last time, right? So that's why I assume. What did they? I actually don't remember. All I remember was doing the main story. Yeah, it was just the main story. So yeah, they didn't do an agent story, so I assume they were gonna do it just like in well, at least with the Anby one and the Trigger one, they both had agent stories and main stories. And then before that, we generally just had an agent story every time they didn't have a main story. So that was just kind of the assumption. But I think they're just giving us a quiet period before 2.0 from what it feels like. Cast so hard for me, man. We will not like this. I will admit, I'm I I wouldn't say I guess I could say I'm stuck. I could say I'm stuck at floor 19. Reason being is I just didn't clear all the bosses in time. I got stuck at the last boss because I got to him like in the last 10, no, not the last 10, the last minute and a half. Definitely was not enough time. Beat him. I got through like a little over half his health and time ended. I think I had like 82% completed, but I have to do the whole thing again. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make it a 20 for some reason, or try and finish the whole thing. But I'll keep trying. It's fine. I'll keep trying. They give Gion for free, then I'll take it. I don't see a point in pulling him though, not as much as Brad. Well, given that he was the first limited, we didn't really care much for him to begin with. But he was a cool character when they gave him as a trial. We got to use him. I just like you, I just never pulled for him because I don't see a point in pulling for him as well, especially now and already getting another arrow character finally, so I'll just pull for her. But she might most likely be paired up with Gion if we're looking for a more arrow focus. If not, then I'm expecting her with Arrow Rover at the very least, and maybe Shorekeeper for a sustain, because I don't know what Arrow Rover does. Probably something to do with like arrow corrosion, but other than that, I wouldn't know. I think her outro skill is interesting. Pops out and does AoE damage like a disco ball. Like, why though? I'm assuming we're talking about Chacona, the recent character coming out soon. I don't know about the disco ball, but I'm just assuming the music theme is because she plays music. Or she's a bard, whatever you want to call her. But the disco ball, I don't know. I just know it just related to her and music. Deadly Assault makes you look like a walk in a park. It honestly really does. It honestly really does. What is that? Geez, League of Heroes already. Gotta step up my game now with Uma. 5 runs per day, I guess. It's time to lock in. Is this the moment where you wait 5 runs a day for League of Heroes? That's kind of weird. I'll take 3 for League of Heroes since if you haven't started yet, but I don't even know if you did what you said and got used to the scenario yet, since when you said that like maybe a month ago. Maybe a month ago, maybe more. I mean, aren't we... Oh, never mind. We got in July, right? The new scenario. Yeah. But sure. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were able to scrap up a League of Heroes team, and by the time it becomes a League of Heroes, if you do 5 runs a day. But other than that, thank you, Noah, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. Next comment, maybe comments. Maybe comments. I only say that because most of the comments from Eugen are actually from the last Zenless video I posted, which was the Shield defense and the Deadly Assault all in one video. But we'll see. We'll see if I go over the whole thing. But the only comment from Uma, or never mind, not the only, 2 comments from Uma says, Christmas Aguri, though I have 150 shards of her, I haven't claimed her for the peanut gallery list, together with Helios and Seeking Pearl. I think it's because you know you're not going to use her. Because you hate her just because people used her a lot. That's all I got and what I know. And what I assume. But regarding to the pie chart of my regular 24 hours, I'm the guy who prefers early on work and not coming last minute. So you prefer to come early, which is perfectly fine. It's better than coming late. So you can say I just want to be in the office around 8 a.m. plus to around 6 p.m. plus at the end of shift. So commute time, most likely I leave around 6 a.m. and 6:30 at latest, and arrive around 8 p.m. onwards, depending how early I leave the office. And I just time this as Eastern time, but using my local time, it's just swapping AM and PM together. Wait, so you're... Wait, so Philippines time is just Eastern time swapped? Is what you're saying? If that's the case, that's such an easy way to think about it. Compared to like if I think of Japan, I think it's like 16 hours ahead of my time, 17 depending if the stupid, what is it, daylight savings, I think. Like what is it right now? Well, right now would probably be like 1 or 2 p.m. right now. I was to check the time, world clock. Yeah, it's 1:25 right now. It's like 1, so it's 16 hours. Well, given the fact also we say like a day ahead, but pretty much a day ahead, I would say, but it is what it is. But anyways, so the remaining hours is just up to me how I can spend into it. You can say I stay up until midnight, which lack me sleep. Yeah, I mean, if I would say if someone's getting like their actual like 8 hours, it would be they had no plans, no work that day, or they're working at home so they can afford to wake up at an exact time or specific time, and to 15 minutes maybe before they have to work on the computer. Something. It literally depends. But for the most part, I feel like most people don't get the 8 hours. Maybe 6, which if you do sleep at 12 and wake up at 6, it's still pretty normal. For the most part, most people don't get the full 8 hours, which they would tell us growing up, like, you get your 8 hours sleep and you get. But they don't tell us is you're not going to get your 8 hours unless, depending on your situation. You could say lack of sleep, but you could say it's pretty normal at the same time. Because even if you think of like back to the college, university days, or even high school, I would just say college, university days. You could say it's pretty much the same. I mean, you spend the day going to classes, go home, do whatever you have to do, come home, rinse and repeat depending on the time. Oh, I think I may have used. I just realized I think I may have used one of my wrong parents, because I just noticed medium distance is still at a B. So, Interesting. Anyways, that's pretty much it for all the comments in the Uma section. Let me go over Tanoki's comments real quick because there's a Uma, and then I'll go over the Zenless comments. So thank you, Eugen, for the Uma comments so far. I'll go over your Zenless comments after. But Tanoki's comments from says, well, let me load it and then do this. Do I have on my? Yeah, I do. And the next banner isn't Espoir City, but rather loves only you. Not a secret that I wanted Espoir, but would have much preferred her to have come during the timing of Fenomeno or Verxina. Since it's almost League of Heroes, I actually don't mind her not releasing for now. True. And then this does actually tempt me into pulling for Verxina, but given that Espoir is delayed and we aren't expecting Chronogenesis or current Bouquet until later in the year, perhaps I could add Buena Vista into priority pickup as well. Well, I mean, all you. I probably, I don't know. I just saw a glimpse of like the new unique skill of, well, like they mentioned it in the news, where her unique skill is gonna be very different from what it seems like compared to the others. It involves fans and all that, so I'm kind of intrigued, and I kind of want to use her for that reason. But I don't know. I don't know, it'd be worth trying it out. Where are we anyway? Oh, we're here. Okay. That's fine. But now I'll see if I can quickly go over these Zenless comments, as one of them is pretty fairly long, but thank you, Tanoki, for the comments. It's appreciated as always. Now we'll go over Eugen's Zenless comments. First one says, I just noticed, so the support you put in on the first slot. Oh, give me a sec. Give me a sec. Oh, give me a sec. Although it doesn't matter anyways, as long as the flow or next step is in the same. It's like attack, stun, support, and similar flow. Before Astra, I was doing the typical attack, stun, support, I guess, placement. Because before I would have Miyabi, Yanagi, then Caesar as my quote-unquote support. Or same thing with Evelyn. Oh no, Astra would be Astra Evelyn. The reason being is I put my support first these days. Is I get access to just my buffs right away instead of just spamming spacebar just so I can get to them and then do their support. It just flows better for me, at least. The only exception would be, oh, we're just talking about support. Stun, it depends on who. For example, or like Pulchra, or I think it's just Pulchra. Yeah, for example, for like characters like Pulchra, who or even like Lucy and Sokaku, after you use their EX skill, you can quick swap to the previous character you just used. So that's pretty much the main reason why you can probably notice Pulchra, Lucy, and Sokaku, whenever I use them, they're mostly behind the DPS. If I don't do that, it's because I didn't fix it. And if you do notice I put Astra, then Vivian, then Miyabi, is because wait a sec, I'm just looking here, because I want to Obviously, get Astra's support out. Get her singing and crap already. um, and then move into Vivian. Get her EX skill out, and then swap into Miyabi, and from there, just keep swapping in and out from Miyabi and Vivian with Astra's whenever she says to swap out, and rinse and repeat, or just finish the fight. I don't know. Well, that's just me. I mean, that's the flow I felt refined. It all depends on your build. Obviously, you don't need to do it. It just feels comfortable for me. At least now it does. Well, let's see what these next comments say. First one. Shots. First battle. I'm stuck with A, stage 4, so I didn't progress the next stage. I'm over with 30 seconds to clear to S rank, though I haven't tried by looking at your formation. Since you have Evelyn, I can only soldier 11. And Miyabi on second part, though, with this stage, what I use, give me a sec. That's what I didn't want. See, I was wrong. First part is Miyabi setup, then soldier 0 with 8. I'm not gonna say that. if you know why, because it's technically not family friendly. It's technically not family friendly, and I do not know what you mean by that. This is so... Yeah. I'm gonna just move on. So, whoever that middle character is, I'm gonna assume you mean Lucy because it rhymes. If you get where I'm getting, if it rhymes with Lucy, and the word may or may not be family friendly, depending on, I guess, the person, I guess. But Lucy and Astra, and or Yao Ming if you want to low-key be racist, and feels like these dudes is very crunchy and tough. Oh, Evelyn. Me silently blames Nova. I will build up Lucy on this one and see how it goes. Maybe it is Lucy. Cleared stage 4 with using these agents. Team 1 soldier 11 at level 60. Lucy at 54. Well, if you don't have her drive this done, it's so incomplete. You can't just say 54 incomplete. My Lucy is incomplete because I don't think I finished her 4 skills and her drive disc as well. But I still won with her, which you did as well from what it seems like, so. And yeah, with 60 around less than 4 minutes. Team 2 Miyabi Yanagi Arena ended in 4:56 final clear time. The bottleneck was cleared, even if it's difficult, there's a progress, and as usual, Miyabi is broken. Wait, are you saying that I disagree with Soldier 11, Lucy, and Yao? No, I wouldn't say so. It's better than having Anby there, because at least you're getting 2 support, so Soldier 11 got double the buffs. And you could deal more damage with Soldier 11. You don't necessarily need the stun, it just helps, depending on the team comp. In this case, I think you're perfectly fine if you cleared it. For the 5th Frontier, Chingy is main DPS? No. Well, you have Zhu Yuan, which is a good combo. So for me, this is A, and still looking around from other options. I do have the picture of the teams I use, so... Well, just basically the thumbnail. I still have it somewhere. load that. Well, I guess from the frontier or from the 4th to 6th frontier, I don't exactly know who I use because there's a lot of people to put on the cover, but uh I'm assuming I use Ether because if you mentioned Juyuan, so yeah, I would use Chingy for team team synergy. So looking for other options. Well, I don't remember the weakness of the 5th frontier. Since Juyuan's been mentioned, I assume it's Ether, so you could probably use Vivian. As for stage 2, I don't know. Well, like Noah says, which you would agree, but he keeps insisting. Not me starting right away. I was like, it's fine. And not dwell on the past since future beholds, and if I dwell on the past, more like in dilemma of selecting Evelyn and Qing Yi. So I'll stick to Soldier 11 just like how I stick to Turbo, though for Qing Yi I'm looking for other options within my arsenal, though your combinations are helpful, but at some point, the things I don't have is one I need to look on the other way. Well, I did say which setups you can use for team comps. Qing Yi is going to be stuck with your Soldier 11. If you, I mean, not Soldier 11, and be Soldier 0, along with Astra, most likely, if you want to keep that as a team. The Miyabi team you've been using with Rina and Yanagi can stay as it is. That is already a good team, and if what Nova says is true with Rina getting buffed, then I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be using Rina. Then for Soldier 11, I mean, yeah, Soldier 11, she can just Soldier 11 team. Well, you pretty much would have to use her with Astra and then Lucy if you want to go that route. You could still stick her with Qing Yi if you want to have a stun. It all depends on you. It all depends on you. Of course, Nova's recommendation seems like I don't trust right away because we are not in the same page as he resolves the issue with power swipe. That is Nova's solution every time, most of the time. Unless he tries to do what I have on my arsenal, just like when I tried to do your setup in Uma with your support cards available. Well, technically I can, because I do have Soldier 11. I just need a builder. It's just she came too late, and I don't technically want to build her. Because unlike Uma, these resources feel more important to me than Uma's resources in a way. Because I don't necessarily use a lot of my resources in Uma, if I'm being honest. Because most of the Umas are just Umas I've been using. So, yeah. It may seems not starting right away. Would like to blame in terms for additional options, but it's like a new player blaming not seeing the game earlier. Well, I had the opportunity, but I'm in the selection to choose between Wua and Zenless. I think the issue here is you may or may not have a hard time making up your mind. I guess maybe. I may try for Chingy Harumasa, yeah, but my Harumasa is not buffed or haven't worked into it yet because it's not priority. It's funny because I was gonna work on Harumasa, but then Soldier 0 and became out. So priorities kind of shifted. And I didn't want to build another attacker electric unit if one that I won't know I'm gonna use off the bat is coming out. So I didn't feel a need to build Harumasa. There's just simply no need. And since you do have Anbi, I feel like there's no need for you to do it as well, personally. Because it doesn't make sense where you say I may try Qingyi, Harumasa, and Yao. Say your Harumasa is not built, but you have Soldier 0, so it makes no sense. Not sure, but we'll try Mono Electric on this one with Soldier 11 if this Soldier 0 if this one works out. If not, we'll just improve on what can do at the moment. This Frontier, I don't remember what the 5th one is, to be quite honest. But it seems like it's... I don't know. I find it online, most likely. Most likely. Let me see. Shiu defense. Does this even have Shiu defense? No. Or I can just skim through my video. That's also another option. Oh no, I was supposed to rest. Was I? I don't know why I felt like I was supposed to rest. Maybe now I can rest. Oh, here, endgame. Shiu defense. What is this week's Shiu defense? Is this... I don't remember what node. Was it the disputed node? No. Or was it it was the ambush node. Okay. I don't know if this is right now. Could be wrong. Oh no, was it the critical node? I think critical node sounds more correct. Yeah, this seems familiar. Okay, let's see. Well, from the 5th frontier, if this is the correct, which it does seem correct because I see 2 Ice Ether teams. So the 5th one is Ether, assuming the first one I did use Zhuyuan. Since you mentioned Qingyi, not too sure. Or I may have gone Yanagi Vivian and Astra, then put Miyabi to 2nd. For the 6th one, most likely I use my Anbi team and Miyabi for 2nd. And then the 7th one, well, I already showed that through my thumbnail. So I don't know. Wait, where does Soldier 11 come in here then? I don't know why does Soldier 11 come into conversation in this part, in the 5th frontier, if there's nothing to do with fire. And definitely not electric. Well, for the 5th one, I would say you would use... If I could find the tab again. I don't know why I lost the tab. Give me a sec. Do I want any of these? I don't think so. I'll swap the blue one or the green one for the pink one. Yeah, for the fifth one, I'd say use a Vivian team with Yanagi and Ashra. And then, obviously, second half, use Miyabi team. 6 Frontier, Anbi. Because Anbi, Chingy, Ashra. Second half. The second half is pretty much just all Miyabi. From 4th Frontier to 7th Frontier. You just have to worry about your first team. So yeah, second half for 4th Frontier all the way to 7th Frontier, just use Miyabi. First half from 4th Frontier, I guess you already beat it with Soldier 11. For the 5th Frontier, Vivian, Yanagi, Astra for what you have, Electric, Chingy, Enby, Astra. 7th Frontier, Ether again, Yanagi, Vivian, and Astra. Same team as I did. So, and then again, second half, all of them has ice weakness. Just use Miyabi. And if you're wondering, who do I replace Yanagi with? Lucy. Just have your Miyabi do more damage. Because there's no other sustain units other than Seth and Caesar. So no one really heals or anything like that, right? So there you go. Unless you want to build... No, because then you could, if you're using Yanagi, say for the 5th and 7th Frontier in the first half, then you could still use Miyabi, Rina, and Lucy. That's all I got. And that's all I got. A part of me feels like this training could have done a little bit better. It's whatever. So yeah, that's my recommendations. Just off the top of my head with what you have. And that's with characters that I know you have, so don't tell me you can't try that. I think you're overthinking with the whole try to use Harumasa. I don't know why you would want to use Harumasa if you already have Anbi. Anbi's are way better. It's a weird thought. Like I said, I think you might be overthinking things. Might be. And then the last one, disclaimer, I have skipped some parts and looked some key points that I need to look at, like the setup and fighting combo. More likely I checked the initial part, but we'll look on the latter part once I have passed through on some stages, especially on the latter part of the Deadly Assault, which I believe I can do only one, but not yet focused, so might check to see later if something is wrong with my strategy and need to work out. It could be if you wanted to bring Harumasa over Soldier 0 and B. Not sure you want to try Harumasa over Anbi. Makes no sense to me. Plus Harumasa would work better with Yanagi, I would say, in a way. It feels like it at the very least. But I'm pretty sure you could run the typical DPS team with him, with Chingy and Astra, so That's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. It just feels weird that you're considering Harumasa over Anby, which is weird to me. But if you're thinking of using your Harumasa, I guess that team will be fine. That team will be fine. It would probably be his best team, actually. Harumasa, Chingy, and Astro. Because you got, like, one of the best supports. But honestly, you could probably use Astra, Rena, or anyone else with him. Then Chingy would most likely be his best stun partner over, like, Trigger. Because I feel like Trigger's more focused on Aftershock, so obviously that pairs more with Anby. So there we go. I'm not really worried about the skills, so I'm just gonna pick whatever. But other than that, that is pretty much it for all the comments. Thank you, Nova, Eugen, and Tanoki for all the comments. Appreciate it as always, and it doesn't look like there are any new ones. So let's just finish selecting whatever skills and move on. End the video. Oops, did not want that though. Did not want that one though. For the most part, I'm just picking skills that I know I've picked in the past. And also just whatever pops up. But yeah, I messed up. One of my parents should have been like Cap. I know I put medium distance on Cap. But with that being said, we ended off with a UE9. A UE9. It's alright. It's okay. Ended off with 1891 speed, 1066 stamina, 1166 power, 1224 guts, and 1071 on wise. Honestly, I think I would had like 2 turns in the summer training. I could have went towards this, so and probably some other things, some other turns where it could have been better than this. So it is what it is. Yeah. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the new character, since I'll be going over the new character in tomorrow's video. Let me know what you guys think of the new character, her unique skill, because it does seem different. I'm gonna give my thoughts, I guess, tomorrow most likely. So tomorrow's video, new character, new banner video. So don't expect a training video. Probably will do that Thursday, most likely Thursday and Friday. So with that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you once again. If you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. Also, if you guys haven't left a comment down below, like I said, besides the thoughts on the new character coming up, if there's anything else y'all want to talk about, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys want to join the Discord server, link is down in the description. Once again, there is a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the comment section or the circle request channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.